Apple just released watchOS 26.4 to the public. This build came in at around 300 and some megs for me because I did have the release candidate already installed. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the build number on this one. We go down to General and About. And the build number on this one is 23T240. And I will say it's been about 4 or 5 betas to get to this release, and it's been really nice as far as battery life goes. Ever since watchOS 26, it's been very hard to get more than 36 hours on my Apple Watch with how I use it. But now I seem to have no problem going at least 48, maybe even more. And we'll go ahead and take a quick look into the battery. So if I go down, I scroll down until I get to battery. And right now I'm at 80%. I did charge it up some this morning, as you can see for this video. I just wanted to make sure, but you can look at how like slowly gradient everything goes down. Like it's been really good. There's no massive dips like I would see before. It's been really awesome. We can also take a look at the battery health on this device. It's still at 100%. Like I said, this is the Ultra 3. And it has been doing amazing. And I've been really excited about just how well the battery has handled so far on watchOS 26.4. Before we continue on with watchOS 26.4, I did want to point out, I keep getting a lot of comments about this complication I have. This is my step count. And sadly, Apple doesn't offer this by default. They don't offer a way to have this. So I actually made this app myself and it is now available. It's called StridePal. So if I open it up right here, you can see my current steps and it's pretty pathetic right now. I know. Wait till you see the rest of them too. So right here, if we go into settings, you can change your daily step goal. I will also show you the iPhone app, but please do not judge me too hardly. But you can see right here, my steps are really, really bad. I mean, feel free to judge me. A guy that made a step counting app cannot even hit his own step goals. Let's just be honest. That's pretty rough, right? But it's a very simple app. You have your 2 weeks worth of steps right here that you can see in a graph. And then you have additional stats right here. You can go into the settings. You can change your step goal. As you change your step goal, the ring will also change colors. So if I come in here, you can see as I lower it, and I can go all the way to green once you hit and close the ring. But let's go ahead. I'm right at 7,500 right now. Hopefully I can eventually hit that on a regular basis. But I've been so busy creating this app and creating this channel and doing all this stuff, I've definitely let that slide. So that's why I created this app, is to try to motivate myself a little bit more. You can see you do have the ability to start your week off on Monday. That really only affects the this week stat, but it is there for those that like to start their day off on Monday. I have the ability to contact me. This is the first version, so there's not a ton of features, but if there are some features that you're like, I really wish it had this, you can suggest it. The app is called StridePal. It is $1.99 and it is available now. The link is down below. And by that $1.99, I mean a one-time purchase of $1.99. I hate subscriptions. I hate ads. There's none of that in this app because honestly, ads, they track you, they're rarely relevant, and they're just always in the way. I mean, yuck. Yuck. My goal for this app and everything I create is to keep it as simple and easy to use, but also as affordable as possible. Now moving on to watchOS 26.4. There is some new emojis, and yes, that's technically more on the phone, but it does live on the watch as well. So we have a few new. We have this distorted face. We have a ballerina. We have this fight cloud, which kind of looks like, you know, in comics when the heroes and villains are fighting or whatever. It's kind of interesting. They finally did Free Willy. So we have an orca whale here, and we also have some kind of landslide or rocks falling off a cliff. We have a treasure chest, a trombone, and we've also finally found Bigfoot. So he's in there as well now. So this is just really fun. I like when they add new emojis. Once again, technically, this isn't really just a watch-only thing, but it is there when you have it. So you can access it and send them directly from the watch as well through the Messages app. Now, sadly, we do still have some things that are missing, and that is Apple Intelligence. The watch still hasn't had any Apple Intelligence at all. And we were hoping to see something come more into it with watchOS 26.4 because the iPhone was technically also supposed to have more of Apple Intelligence with this build as well. But Apple has delayed that again. Apple Intelligence has been Apple's biggest failure in a very long time, maybe even ever. And at this point, I'm really hoping we just see something new before WWDC 26, which Apple did announce, and it's going to be starting on June 8th. June 8th will be their big keynote address. That's where we'll see watchOS 27 for the very first time. So be sure to hit that subscribe button now if you're not already subscribed, because I will be installing this on my watch day one and showing you everything new that very same day. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. One of the only things Apple actually mentions in what's new with this update is with the workout app. So if I go into workouts, in the past, you always had to hit the play button to start a workout. Now you can scroll through whatever, pick the one you want, and you can actually tap on the icon as well to actually start that workout. And yes, this is a very small tweak, but it's one of those things that you're gonna actually appreciate long-term. Something else that's new in watchOS 26.4 that kind of includes the watch, but it's not necessarily on the watch yet, is the Vitals app on the phone that gets the blood oxygen reading from the watch now shows the blood oxygen reading back on. So if you're in the US, and you were part of that ban that they had to remove it, then they added it back, and then it's gone back and forth and back and forth. Well, the blood oxygen reading will now show up in the Vitals app right here. So it is nice to see that they do include that now. They did actually win part of the lawsuit because when they restored the app and the ability to take those measurements in the US, Massimo did immediately file a new lawsuit to try to stop them. But the ITC declared that that patent is not being broken through this workaround. So what is the workaround? If you don't remember, you can take the readings. You cannot see the data on the watch itself. You have to go to the iPhone to find that data. It's still the workaround, but we got a little bit more back now with having the Vitals app actually show that data. But sadly, the Vitals app on the watch itself still can't show that data. You still have to go to the phone, and not to plug two apps in one go, but if you do want those readings on your watch and you are affected by this whole lawsuit and the block of being able to, I did create an app for that as well, so you can get those readings back on your watch. Basically, the way this one works is once that reading is taken on the watch, that stuff goes to the iPhone. Then I have an app. It's called O2 Buddy, and what it does is it grabs that info and then sends it back to the watch. Somehow this workaround works. Not really sure. Apple can't do this themselves, but they allowed this app to get approved, so I'm very happy to see that. So you can have all that data on your phone, easy to see, or you can also have it on your watch, and you can even set up watch complications. This one's only 99 cents. Sorry to plug two apps in one go, but the links to both of those apps are in the description. Now, something that was new in watchOS 26.3 that I failed to mention because I just didn't know about it at the time is in the control center. If you have one of the new AirTags, the AirTag 2, you now have the option to go and add a find items and find AirTag. So I can just come right in here, add this, and now I can just find that AirTag immediately and quickly from my watch. Now, sadly, this does require an AirTag 2. Doesn't seem to work with the AirTag 1s. And of course, your watch has to be new enough to have that ability to do the Find My and the AirTags, which I think's the Series 8 and newer, maybe. I can't remember exactly which ones that came to, but just so you know, it is there now, and I just forgot to mention it in the last video. Now, as far as the release notes go, there's not a ton in here. There's some known issues and different workarounds and some different fixes that they have, but mainly this update seems to be more just refinements and improvements and just performance. Like the performance of this one has been great. I've already mentioned how great the battery life's been, but also just launching apps, scrolling through the data, going through everything. It's just been very fluid, very quick. Like, I love the way this thing has just been performing lately. But honestly, it's just been really great to have my watch actually perform better and last longer. So if you're on the fence of whether you should upgrade to watchOS 26.4, I would say go ahead. Even if you're still on watchOS 18, now's the time to upgrade because, once again, this has been the best performance I've had on my watch in a very long time. And I think it is finally safe and good, even though I would have updated way before now. But it's a great time to upgrade. And I know these updates haven't been the most enjoyable and feature rich and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we will see that with 0.5. We're already up to 0.5. It's so crazy. But hopefully we'll see something new in 0.5. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you're interested in this band at all, this is a band from a company called Form Function Form. The Universal Fit Band, I believe is what it's called. I've been using this band for the last few years, and I absolutely love this thing. It looks so great on the Ultra. So if you are interested in this one, I do have a full video I made on it way back when. You can click right here to watch it, and the links to it are down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.